Hey, church, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Now, we're going to dive into our text today, but I just want to call out all you men out there. If you're looking for a way to reset your life, I want to encourage you to join me for my fall retreat. This is a serious invitation, by the way. I know some of you are looking for a little bit of a spiritual reset. You're looking to be challenged. I promise I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to take you to places where you've never been before. And I want to encourage you to come. This is a great place to reset yourself as a man, as a husband, as a father, and a leader. So check out the link at our retreat below. With that, we're going to be in John chapter 13 today. I'm going to read verses 6 through 11, which, by the way, are a repeat of yesterday's text. I know, but I want to notice some new details here. It reads, at the foot washing, he, Jesus, came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, do you wash my feet?" And Jesus answered him, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but afterward you will understand." In other words, Jesus understands that Peter's confused right now about what's happening, but he's going to get it at some point in the future, and Jesus knows he's going to get it at some point in the future. Peter said to him, "You shall never wash my feet." So this is, remember we said this yesterday, is a show of false humility. He's rejecting Jesus because he doesn't understand what he's doing. Jesus answered him, "If I do not wash you, you have no share with me." In other words, he has to do this. This is part of what Jesus has to do in this moment, but also he's going to do it in the coming days. As he dies on the cross, he's going to serve him, and he has to do these things to have share or participation in the spiritual kingdom. Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, not only my feet, but also my hands and my head." So obviously Peter's completely missing the point of this event. Jesus said to him, "The one who has bathed does not need to wash." In other words, you've already had a bath. Let's not worry about the natural state of things, except for his feet, but it's completely clean, and you are clean. So now he's talking about his spiritual state, but not every one of you. So in other words, not every one of you is clean, because he knows the betrayer is in the room. For Jesus knew who was to betray him. That is why he said, "Not all of you are clean." Now, guys, I know this is a repeat of the text, but you can see there are a bunch of little details that I drew out today. And I drew these out because I wanted you to see the supernatural knowledge and ability of Jesus in this moment. I mean, Jesus demonstrates that he can do a number of things here. He knows what's going to happen in Peter's mind, actually after the resurrection. He knows the difference between true humility and false humility and can sense it when Peter's speaking. He knows the future state of the disciples and their participation and share with him. He knows when they are confused and they just don't get it. He knows when they're stuck in the natural. He knows the thoughts and the actions of the one who's even going to betray him. He knows our selfishness and sin before we even understand the full ramifications of it. And knowing all this, Jesus can know all this and then genuinely serve us with a pure heart. How he does that is incredible to me. He can interact with all these things simultaneously, by the way, and not even miss a beat. And this right here should be marked as a miracle. Here's why. This is something in this moment that only an all-knowing and all-loving divine Savior could actually do. Because no human could do what Jesus does in this moment. And yet he does it for us right here. And most people won't even pause enough to think about what Jesus is actually saying as he interacts with all these moments at the same time, at this Last Supper, at this last foot washing. So here's what we're going to do today. We're just going to pause for a moment and reflect on the awesome divinity of Jesus. That's it. Just pause. That's all I want you to do today, is just to pause. Because I want you to know that there is nothing too complex for Jesus to understand. And there's nothing that he doesn't know about you that he can't respond to. In fact, he knows it all. And still he serves you out of genuine and pure love. So fellas, maybe it's time to accept just that. Jesus knows all things about you, can respond to them all at the same time, and still serve you. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else. And I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.